Uncle Lou stopped again. He reached up to grasp the second button on his uniform. We all agreed that if any one of us was about to be killed, he continued, he would tear off this button from his uniform and let others know the truth about his death. Here, Uncle Lou paused, lost for a brief moment in his own memories. "Oh, I'm digressing," he said with a sigh, bringing himself back. On that New Year's Eve, no one talked at all. Our tiny room was full of the smell of cheap cigarettes and the sound of congested coughs. It must have been almost midnight. "Enough," your Baba suddenly said, standing up. You know how soft-spoken he is, but he was unusually stern that night. "We may not have a choice about how we die, but we do have a choice about how we live. We'll not pass into the new year with our spirits crushed. Look, we have all these wood chips on the floor. Let's try to make chess pieces out of them." We lifted our heads like a small, efficient army. We all picked up a few wood chips and, using our pocket knives, started to carve them out with our hands. Soon, 32 rough pieces emerged. We wrote a character on each of them, while some drew a chessboard on a large piece of paper. And so we played chess well into the new year. I was not surprised by Uncle Lou's story. It was just like my Baba. Since he came back from the labor camp, I had tried not to pry into Baba's experiences there. I knew he would tell me when he was ready. And I was right. A week after his return, Baba asked me to go for a walk with him. There's a small lake not far from where we lived. There was not much to do in it other than a replica of the wood pagoda and a few willow trees and a reassuring tranquility. I came here often, sometimes with friends, other times with Lau Lau. Occasionally, Dee Dee and I fished here, just like we had in our movie studio days, even though we had never really caught anything. More recently, however, I came alone, finding the serenity comforting. Baba and I walked slowly around the lake, trying to soak in the last rays of a warm sunshine before it took the night away. "I have something important to confide in you," he finally said. I now realized that this was not a casual walk. "Remember Uncle He?" he asked. Uncle He, Baba's friend, was an army general. Even before Baba was taken away, I had heard that Uncle He had been severely beaten, with both legs broken, and he had been locked up in one of those high-security prisons. No one had seen him since, and no one knew exactly where he was, or even whether he was still alive. His 2 children had been sent away to labor camps. Uncle He's wife came to me secretly the other night, Baba continued. She was desperate, in very poor health, and she feared not only for her husband, but for her children. She didn't know where to turn. Even old friends had pretended not to know her. I went to Aunt Lin and borrowed 200 yuan, of course not telling her who it was for, and gave the money to Miss He. "This is your money," I told her, "and you don't owe me anything." "Now," Baba said, looking me in the eye, "I owe Aunt Lin 200 yuan. You know, I will probably be taken away again soon, and there's always a chance I may never come back. You are my firstborn. I know that you were only 16, but if I fail to return, I'll have to depend on you to repay the debt on my behalf. Will you promise me to do that?" I stopped walking, even stopped breathing for a few moments. 200 yuan was more than half a year's salary for many city people, but Baba, I understood, was counting on me. Looking up at him, I nodded, yes. There by the lake, I knew I had come of age.